Hi guys, hi, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kylie, and this is just a test. I'm basically just testing this new microphone. I did mention to you guys that I would be experimenting, so this is, I don't know how long this is gonna be, really, because, to be quite honest, I filmed an ASMR video before this and thought that it was recording, but it wasn't. So I'm using the Sennheiser microphone. It's an XLR microphone with the H4n Pro handy recorder, and this thing, you've got to press it twice in order to actually get it to record. And so I just did not realize that it was not recording, unfortunately. So I ended up reading excerpts and excerpts books, or excerpts from this book, specifically that I showed you guys yesterday, and all were to be trashed. So that's pretty unfortunate, but you guys let me know what you guys think of this sound. Do you guys like this? Is it more, does it sound like I'm right directly in your ear? Hopefully. The microphone I was using previously is obviously not as high quality as this one, so I'm really hoping that the audio difference is quite noticeable. So first and foremost, I did want to say thank you, like a huge thank you, to those of you who gave me feedback in my last video, my return to ASMR. I'm so excited. I'm taking this more seriously, and I do appreciate all of you guys that feel the need to give me feedback or give me suggestions, and I have made a note of all the suggestions you guys have made me, so sit back, relax. I will try to get to them. I do have a few videos that I do have in mind that I want to make first of all, but I did really just want to test out the quality of this microphone with a few different things. So let me just try these. These scissors sound from up close to far away. There are certain sounds that people do enjoy, so if you enjoy any of what I'm doing, like I said, leave it in the comments below, because I really appreciate all your feedback. This is entirely a feedback-based channel, I would say. I get such a sense of satisfaction just from seeing your comments and knowing that I'm helping you in some form, in some way. I know someone did mention in the comments that you wish that the video was much longer in duration. The one yesterday was a test, as this one is as well, but I did make a note to make them a bit longer. From moving forward, I do want my videos to be at least 20 minutes in length, because even from my own experience with listening to ASMR, I love and tend to gravitate toward the longer videos. The 20-minute, 30-minute, hour-long videos sometimes put me to sleep, so I want to help you and help you relax in some way. Bring your anxiety levels down. I really want you to just relax. If you are not in the best space right now, I want you to just sit back, sit in a cozy place. I want you to close your eyes and just listen to my voice. And I want you to concentrate. Okay, concentrate. I discovered ASMR a couple years ago, but in my own personal experience, I've experienced ASMR my entire life, in life silence in the room. But then you kind of hone in and you focus on some of the sounds that you're experiencing as well. And I didn't quite understand the tingles, the quite literal tingles that I would get just from hearing, say, writing on a chalkboard in silence, or hearing footsteps walk past me, as your teacher walks through the aisles of the desks. There was just so much. Even to this day, I still get ASMR, obviously, in real life. When I'm in situations where, for my career, I have to get my hair and my makeup done frequently. So in those situations, when I'm being personally attended to, I feel like that's definitely the place where I get the most real life tingles, is when my hair is being styled, or my makeup's being put on for me, or my nails or my feet are being done. I especially get them when I'm getting a pedicure. But it's just really interesting to finally put a name to what you've always experienced in life. Autonomous sensory meridian response is just so strange. Even to this day, I mean, some people don't entirely know too much about ASMR, but it's great that there's a community out there for this, and I would have never known. I was introduced to ASMR, I want to say about 3 years or so ago. 3 to 4 years or so. And I've been hooked on it ever since. So, I figured I listened to a lot of ASMR, so why not take a stab at it myself? So, if you do enjoy my content, feel free to follow along, and make sure you click the bell notification so that I'll pop up in your feed whenever, because YouTube's algorithm is a little weird. So if you want to guarantee that you're going to see my video in your feed, make sure that you subscribe with notifications on. And as always, highly open to suggestions. I love watching role plays myself, so that's something that you can look forward to in the future. I am brainstorming future videos, but for now, I was looking into, obviously better audio and editing, because I want everything to be clear and crisp and to cut out all the background noise for you. So what I do enjoy is light tapping as well. I know some of you had requested some aggressive ASMR. I will have to do that in a different video, a specific video to aggressive ASMR. The unfortunate thing, I'm making sure that this recorder is recording while I do this, because it was just so unfortunate that I filmed 30 minutes in length for each video, only to have the audio not be recording, which is a total bummer. So I am a little hesitant to continue or to start reading this, but we shall see. So, atomic, this is the definition: an extremely small amount of a thing. The single, irreducible unit of a larger system. The source of immense energy or power. Habit, the routine or practice performed regularly. An automatic response to a specific situation. Okay, here, let me just flip through a few pages. We shall see. I'm trying to see if I want to read the introduction or not. Again, I've reread that so many times. The fundamentals, why tiny changes make a big difference. The fate British cycling changed one day in 2003. The organization, which was the governing body for professional cycling in Great Britain, this relentless commitment to a strategy that he referred to as the aggregation of marginal gains, which was a philosophy of searching for a tiny margin of improvement in everything that you do. Brailsford said the whole principle came from the idea that if you broke down everything, could think, once if you broke down, let's make sure we're reading that. The whole principle came from the idea that if you broke down everything you could think of that goes into riding a bike and then improve it by 1%, you will get a significant increase when you put them all together. Brailsford and his coaches began by making small adjustments you might expect from a professional cycling team. They redesigned the bike seats to make them more comfortable and rubbed alcohol on the tires for a better grip. They asked riders to wear electronically heated overshorts to maintain ideal muscle temperature while riding, and used biofeedback sensors to monitor how each athlete responded to a particular workout. It's very smart. The teams tested various fabrics in a wind tunnel and had their outdoor riders switch to indoor racing suits, which proved to be lighter and more aerodynamic. But they didn't stop there. Brailsford and his team continued to find 1% improvements in overlooked and unexpected areas. They tested different massage gels to see which one led to the fastest muscle recovery. They hired a surgeon to teach each rider the best way to wash their hands to reduce the chances of catching a cold. They determined the type of pillow and mattress that led to the best night's sleep for each rider. They even painted the inside of the team truck white, which helped them spot little bits of dust that would normally slip by unnoticed, but could degrade the performance of the finely tuned bikes. As these and hundreds of other small improvements accumulated, the results came faster than anyone could have imagined. Just 5 years after Brailsford took over, the British cycling team dominated the road and track cycling events at the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing, where they won an astounding 60% of the gold medals available. 4 years later, when the Olympic Games came to London, the Brits raised the bar as they set 9 Olympic records and 7 world records. That same year, Bradley Wiggins became the first British cyclist to win the Tour de France. The next year, his teammate Chris Froome won the race, and he would go on to win again in 2015, 2016, and 2017, giving the British team 5 Tour de France victories in 6 years. That's pretty amazing. During the 10-year span from 2007 to 2017, British cyclists won 178 world championships and 66 Olympic or Paralympic gold medals, and captured 5 Tour de France victories in what is widely regarded as the most successful run in cycling history. And there's an asterisk there, so done it again somehow. Why small changes, why small habits, my apologies, make a big difference. It is so easy to overestimate the importance of one defining moment and underestimate the value of making small improvements on a daily basis. Too often, we convince ourselves that massive success requires massive actions. Whether it is losing weight, building a business, writing a book, winning a championship, or achieving any other goal, we put pressure on ourselves to make some earth-shattering improvement that will make that improvement that everyone will talk about. Meanwhile, improving by 1% isn't particularly notable. Sometimes it isn't even noticeable, but it can be far more meaningful, especially in the long run. The difference a tiny improvement can make over time is astounding. Here's how the math works out. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day for 1 year, you'll decline nearly down to zero. What starts as a small win or a minor setback accumulates into something much more. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. The same way that money multiplies through compound interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. They seem to make little difference on any given day, and yet the impact they deliver over the months and years can be enormous. It is only when looking back 2, 5, or perhaps 10 years later that the value of good habits and the cost of bad ones become strikingly apparent. So, I'm going to end it here for now, because I do want to see if in fact I'm doing everything right in this video. Now, if you are seeing this video, that means I in fact did everything right, and that's really good. good to know. So, as always, leave your questions, comments, and suggestions down below. And I hope you enjoyed this audio test. Hopefully the audio is much clearer than the previous audio. If you enjoyed it,